Hi, I'm Deanna Clark with the Clark-Esposito law firm, and I'm here today to talk with you about things you ought to be thinking about if you're planning to import goods into the U.S. and you're thinking about using a statement like Made in USA or something related to something about your import being American made. Now, the reason why we want to talk about this is because obviously if something is being made in another country, by virtue of its being made overseas, it raises the question, how on earth can this thing be made in the USA? And therefore, if you're going to have a statement like this on your packaging, you want to be very careful and understand why, if at all, you want to have it on there. Now, I'll tell you a story about a case we dealt with here, and it involved the packaging of a product, which did indeed have further manufacturing done to it here in the United States. But it was a product, it was coming from China, and the US importer said, you know what, let's go ahead, we'll do the packaging in China. It's cheaper. We'll ship those together with the unit that we will then further manufacture. And this way, we don't need to spend the money again on packaging. We'll import them in its finished box, opened, of course, so that the further manufacturing could occur. And this way, we're basically good to go. All right, sounds good. Except that when U.S. Customs then gets its hands on the shipment and it sees, oh, this import, they want to represent that this is somehow made in the USA, then that case gets referred over to our U.S. Federal Trade Commission. And the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, they're charged with preventing deception and unfairness in the marketplace. So they absolutely have their eyes wide open when it comes to claims, and Customs and the Federal Trade Commission, or FTC, they have a very, very close relationship. In the case of our client, what ended up happening was FTC then opens up its own investigation while U.S. Customs holds the shipment and usually issues a seizure notice, to go ahead and take the goods all together. FTC, however, continues with their investigation because they want to understand, how are you meeting their standard for using the phrase made in USA, right? So their standard is what's known as the all or virtually all standard. And of course, there's no bright line definition of what the heck that even means. So now it's subjective. Okay, well, if it's 100% US origin, is it okay if some component had been sourced from somewhere else, changed substantially into some other unit, and thereby losing its identity, process otherwise known as substantial transformation, or not really. This is just a component from Vietnam, and we've added it in. Does that, now exclude it from being considered all or virtually all and meeting this standard? Now, the FTC is very protective of this statement of anything that is suggesting that it's of U.S. origin, especially where it isn't. What they then require in order to make anything that you want to claim is American made or partially made or assembled, somewhere else, this piece, for example, if something was designed in the USA, then they want you to go ahead and express that. Say, made in Mexico of US components, for example. They don't want you to simply say something was made in the USA because in their eyes, it implies that something is 100% made or all or virtually all of US origin. So if you find yourself, questioning how do we want to prepare this packaging, or you find that, your shipment's actually, got a customs hold, it's been detained, or you've actually received a seizure notice, certainly you can expect the FTC to come knocking at your door, and you're going to need to deal with these two agencies. We're experienced in this area. We're certainly happy to help. So if you've got questions, feel free to call us at 917-546-6997. You can email us at contact@clarkespositolaw.com. Or you can head over to our website at Clark-Esposito.com and fill out the contact page on our homepage. We look forward to helping you.
Subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be the first to know when we upload a new video. Check out our playlist if you want to see more of our videos, and comment below and introduce yourself. We'll see you soon.